Hello everyone, this is the lovely Miss Dime, and today I'm going to be addressing dating in 2011, technology, and just my philosophy on certain things. I'm going to add a disclaimer. You don't necessarily have to agree with what I'm saying. I'm just giving my personal opinion. Everybody is entitled to have an opinion and state an opinion on my page as long as it's done in a respectful manner. There is an issue going on and I'm sharing it not because I just want to put my personal business out there, but maybe girls as well as men can learn from this situation. There are some people, when you are getting to know someone, I'm not talking about being in a relationship at that time. I'm talking about talking to them to get a feel for who they are. There are some people who during that phase, all they want to do is text and talk on the phone and never actually physically go on a date, meet up, or anything like that. In my opinion, that is simply a scapegoat and a smokescreen because they really want to tell you that they're not into you like that, or they just don't have the time for dating. And I can't demand anything from anybody, but if you are going to be calling me and texting me and making some type of deposit in my life, I don't have to settle for anybody, or just to say I'm going out on Friday night with somebody. Why go out with them if they don't at least don't have the decency to want to sit with you face to face and hang out? The only interaction, you cannot have a relationship or build a relationship just on a phone line. This is for people, I'm referencing again, people who live in the same city and people that know each other. If you're meeting somebody online, the best thing to do, in my personal opinion, is to talk to them, text, IM, get to have a feel for them as much as you can before developing a plan to definitively meet and decide what you want to do with that, because both parties are taking a calculated risk. That person could be a complete psycho, serial killer, con artist, rapist, whatever. When you are agreeing to meet somebody, you are taking a chance, saying, I believe that you are who you say you are. I believe that you really look like whatever pictures you put up on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. It is just the sign of the times. People meet through social networking sites such as YouTube, Facebook, or any of the Twitter and any of those other things. But I'm just saying, exercise some self-respect. If a person can never give you a definitive day or time when you're actually going to meet them, for people that you actually know, they're just running game. And Miss Dime is above that. Miss Dime has come to a point in her life where she's saying, I'm going to set the bar for how I'm going to be treated. And if a man cannot say, today is the day I'm going to take you out, and this is someone that you've met, not via the internet, cut your losses because the person is just not interested. And anytime you're interested in someone, that person is not necessarily just pursuing you, or you're not necessarily the sole interest of that person. I believe in only pursuing one person at a time. Everyone doesn't have that philosophy. Some people think as long as you're single, you have the freedom to explore options. But I don't want to be somebody's option. I want to be their choice. If you can't say definitively whether you like me or not, you're just looking for a notch on your belt you don't want anything serious, you're not ready for a commitment, and that's fine. But it's not going to be done at my expense. I may be younger, I may lack a lot of relationship experience, but I have self-respect. And certain things I'm just not going to compromise on. I'm not going to push and push and push, because I believe in asking somebody something one time unless they have comprehension issues or are intellectually disabled. If you are working with all your neurons, you shouldn't have to ask an adult more than one time, so when are we going to hang out? When is it actually going to materialize? I do believe in being friends with somebody for a predetermined amount of time before deciding whether or not to date them, but you shouldn't be doing the limbo trying to figure out if somebody really likes you. If they can't give you a definitive answer, either they're playing the field or they're just not interested in what you're putting out there and don't have the cojones to just tell you. Because I will tell a person, you're a very nice young man, you will make somebody very happy in the future. I'm just not the person for you. But some people, because they're bored on a Friday night, or they need a counselor, or they want to treat somebody like they're a community service project, or they're just looking for a transition or rebound booty, will play those games with a person, and I don't have time for it. I'm an adult. I'm about adult business and adult behavior. If you don't have time for that, I don't have time for you. And there used to be a point where I would say, well, maybe the person is just busy. Maybe they're just at work. Maybe they're just with their boys. Nobody is that busy all the time where they can't schedule a face-to-face meeting with somebody, or where they just have a conversation right quick and they don't really invest in the conversation. That person is simply not interested. And you find that out. People are creatures of habit. And when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. No, don't take no chance. Like, maybe they're going to change. Maybe they're just going through a rough patch. Maybe they're just an a-hole, or maybe they just want to play games, and the best thing to do is move on. It really stings to have to cut people loose, but some people just don't need to be in your life, period. Not everybody that drops you off at the airport is going to be on the other side when you land at your destination. Some people are just seasonal people. They come into your life for whatever reason, and at the end of that predetermined amount of time, they exit. And I'm realizing that, and it doesn't sting as much. It does sting, however, when people are dishonest. But I'm not surprised by dishonesty anymore, because casual dating has been popularized. People don't see anything wrong with juggling more than one person at a time. Why make somebody a priority when they're making you an option? That's being a bobblehead, silly string girl, and I'm not gonna be that, because that's common, and there are too many people out there willing to just accept because choices are limited, and I'm just not gonna accept that. If I have to be single for a longer time than I anticipate, then that's just exactly what it means, because I'm not going to allow someone to mistreat me more than one time. If somebody does it once, that's on them. If somebody does it twice, that's on me. Because, like I said, and I think it's important to get to know the background of the person, their mother, their father, somebody close to them, their acquaintances, their friends, their interests. Because who somebody picks as a friend says a lot about them, and learn something about their past. Everybody may not be upfront and honest about past girlfriends, but if a person couldn't commit to so and so, if they never kept a date with so and so, if they cheated on their wife or girlfriend to be with you, what makes you think that they wouldn't cheat on you? Learn something about the person's MO before you choose somebody. Not just he or she is fine, he or she is glory, hallelujah, attractive, and that's why I want to pick them. So many people make decisions with their genitals and not with their brain. I'm guilty of it too. I'm not just talking down to other people, but hopefully somebody can learn through my mistakes. And I just don't want to see people end up in those pitfalls simply because they want somebody to love. That is a beautiful thing when it's done in the correct way. Well, that's basically all I have to say on the issue at this time. I may revisit it, but thank you for listening. All right, bye-bye.